Oh, there we go. We are live finally. How is everyone today? Any early birds with us? You're all going to be here for the most exciting part of the stream, by the way. Anyone who's just arrived. That being the paint peel. It's time to say goodbye to this. All of these memories of models that have been painted on this palette here. Let's see if we can get a satisfying, just proper full peel off it. No, is the answer, but no, well, it was complete. It's a complete failure. Maybe I need a new Haribo lid. It's still the best palette I've ever had. Look, how cool is that? No, it's not as much on here as I thought, actually. I thought there was more. I thought there was a lot more detritus than there is, actually. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because it potentially means that, you know, I haven't been doing as much painting as I thought. I'm going to try and get at least 3 full days out on the stream. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or at least Monday, maybe. I don't know. Gonna try and get 3 painting streams out, as I think 2, maybe 3 more streams, and the Endless Orc commission will be done. Really, I should be doing those orcs. I should be doing those orcs this week, but I just fancied a bit of a change. I mean, if I gritted my teeth and done it, I could get that last character model done and then move on to the gobos. But I just wanted to kind of challenge myself today, see if I could get the one of those Lord of the Rings models done in one stream, and just treat myself to something that isn't modern 40k or whatever. You know what, I think we can maybe live with that little bit in the middle of the palette here. And it is warm in here tonight. And it's Monday. It's a shit day at work. But it's only Monday, isn't it? Exposure on the camera's got a bit mental. Right, water, need that. And if you could let me know if the tunes are too loud and all the usual sort of guff. Commissions, man. Alright. So this is what we're working on today. And I'm hoping that maybe I can get him done in a few hours. We'll see. You know what I need? I need a reference picture, don't I? What is this guy called? Mumak Rider? Is that it? think it's a Mumak, right? Right, there's a good reference picture. We'll use that. So he's like purple, so he's a bit different to the other ones. Okay, we'll go with purple. I quite like that actually. I feel like first, maybe get the skin tones on there. And my favourite skin tone has unfortunately died a death, so we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. I need a little bit yellow. A bit red maybe. Tiny little bit of yellow. A little bit of red. A little bit of brown, I think, and then that should theoretically be half decent skin tone. Yeah, that's about right. In fact, it's better than I thought. It's today going to be one of those streams where I'm basically just streaming to myself, potentially. So if you are out there, come and keep me company, say hello in the chat. Don't let me prattle on to myself endlessly. Yeah, that's our man Colossus. How's it going, buddy? So at least I'm not on my Todd, eh? How was your day today anyway, Colossus, mate? Might have a special guest on the music stream on Friday. Potentially, we're gonna have to see how it goes. We're gonna have a jam first. I'm really kind of enjoying just doing a Friday music stream. It kind of keeps me out of trouble as well. You know, let's face it, one less day at the pub is not a bad thing for someone like me. I feel like, you know, after I've done a music stream, I've at least like achieved something, if you know what I mean. Like on a Friday, I normally just like getting straight out there and just down the pub, man, and like getting, you know, just at least being out and about. But the music streams, you know, I enjoy that as much as I do going down the pub, you know what I mean? And it's a little bit of a chance to sort of let loose. I just love painting these older models, man, so much more than I do painting anything new, you know? Alright, let's have a look at the reference model. And obviously being failcast, this thing was absolute pig. Like, I've had to pin the hand. And, you know, pinning something that small is no small task. Colossus, it's the things that you could help me with music stream wise, and that would save me a lot of time, is, like I said, is samples. Like, you know, just cutting up the samples, but like, because I've got some of those samples that, like the Cyborg samples that you sent, but then, you know, they need to be recorded in a certain format, and that format, although it's a wave format, it's like not, it's like sampled at some weird rate, and it doesn't work in like any of the samplers. So that's how you could help. I mean, that's how anyone could help really with the music streams. Anyone out there in YouTube land want to come and say hello? Do try and keep things as interactive as possible, you know, it's not, it is live, and I like to keep myself quite approachable, but it's not really, you know, we're not really going to be talking about topics. It's not, you know, a lot of YouTube sort of live streams just seem to be blokes just sort of talking at the camera about certain subjects with minimal audience interaction. But you know, we're a small stream, so if you ask me a question, mate, I'm going to answer. So, like I said, feel free to say hello. And if you're wondering why there's a chat in the bottom right that you can't see, it's you, Colossus. So you're in both chats, Colossus. Congratulations, man. Well, thank you for helping. Thanks for pushing those numbers up for me, mate. Got excited there. I thought there was thought there might have been some new people from YouTube, you know, watching, but it's just you and me, mate. You and me on both the on both Twitch and YouTube. I haven't even got a bot watching me today. Like, normally I have like my own like bot watching somewhere, but that's not even, you know, I couldn't even be bothered to get the spare phone out today. I just went, you know what, sod it. I'm already quite behind. Puck, let's go, buddy. So we do have some YouTube regulars. We're beginning to accrue. Look. Puck, don't you watch on Twitch as well? Or is it just a coincidence that there's another Puck on Twitch? Alright, his whole... what would you call this? I'm just going to call this skirt. The whole of his skirt is purple, incidentally, according to picture. if you try YouTube out. Yeah, mate, in all honesty, you know, you've been on... Oh, thanks, Colossus. Yeah, so the only people right now are some of the usuals. Now, Puck, if you wanted to do me a big favour, mate, you could just watch both. Like, just have both streaming. Just help me get, you know, just some potential hours in there. One day I'd like to be monetized on YouTube. One day. But, you know. Oh yeah, well, you could just mute one. In all honesty, Twitch is better for streaming because it's a lot more interactive. Like I said, like Colossus just played like the Baneblade sound effect, things like that. You know, bits and all of that. Like you can all use on Twitch, but you know, YouTube is still lagging behind in that sort of respect. Yeah, I think I know what I'm going to do with this. Need a sort of dirty bronze sort of colour. Should we try some of the should we try some Arny paint? I'm going to try some of this Army Painter Horde Bronze and highlight it up later. What I like about these Army Painters speed paints and stuff just in general, I mean, they come with a widget inside them already. That's just far superior. Yeah, YouTube is limited, man. For it. I think I might need to move the chat over, right? Because my, like, if I move like, I think this should really be on this side for YouTube, shouldn't it? Like that. And then maybe if we put the old promo reel maybe down there. Even though that's going to be covered up with like the YouTube, with like my YouTube logo thing. But it's the chat that's most important, isn't it, really? Oh, in fact, it's completely covered up with the subscribe sign, isn't it, on YouTube? Somewhere like there, you reckon? I mean, I'm quite kind of like don't want to clutter the screen too much. You know, do I really need this is the question. Do I really need the promos? I think we can just bin them off until I think of a better idea, really. Let's see how this speed paint behaves. You know, for, like I said, for you know, I was really kind of, I didn't think that this speed paint would kind of cover very well, but it actually does alright. You know, I just kind of, in my head, I just thought there's no way that, like, you know, this Army painted speed paint could actually sort of have a decent covering, but it's not half bad at all. And you know, if this saves the step of putting, you know, a base coat of silver or whatever it may be, and then a wash over the top, then actually that's potentially quite a saving of time. So we'll see how it works. I mean, it's crazy, really. I mean, if I painted this guy all in sort of speed paints just with a zenithal, you could, you know, this guy would basically be almost done, and then you could move on to the next one, couldn't you? I mean, really, that's where the money is, man. I mean, that's what I need to start doing on YouTube. Not YouTube, sorry, on you know, commission painting. That would be the ideal. Do what? Just zenithal, you know, get some highlights on and stuff like that, and get your speed paints on, bang, done. Next to the next one, right, commission done, out of the way. Let's move on to the next model, start churning them out, you know. That's really where I need to be. And I bet there's some really funky stuff you could do with these metallic speed paints. I bet you could pull out some really quite interesting and quick effects with them. I mean, I think the biggest problem is that, you know, like, people just using like things like speed paints and what are they called? What are the Games Workshop speed paints called again? Contrast paints, right? I think that the real problem is that, you know, I just don't think that this kind of lends to painting Space Marines, because, you know, they've got plain armor, haven't they? Like plain panels and stuff. It just doesn't seem to me, that doesn't seem like it would lend to, you know, that kind of quick style of painting like that. Anyway, Puck, what have you been doing today, mate? Are you doing any hobbying today yourself? I mean, really, like, if you're going for, you know, what they call battle ready or whatever, this is basically there already, isn't it? It can be quite interesting sometimes when, you know, when you speak to somebody who's actually like into miniature painting and stuff, and like you show them some models, so, you know, we're all quite critical, aren't we? Like, obviously positive, but also critical as well. And we get kind of, I think that, you know, continuously looking at heavy metal painting and Instagram, you know, people putting that stuff up on their Instagram and things like that, and you just think, man, I'm never going to be at that level. Do you know what I mean? But then when you show like a model to somebody who isn't in the hobby and things like that, and you're like, oh mate, like, what do you think of this? And like, they're like, oh man, this is like, how did you paint something like, you know, that small and like with that much detail? And you're like, mate, I haven't even done any highlighting on this thing. And they're like, I'd never be able to do that. That's insane. Like, you know. We're on a bit too harsh on ourselves. Sometimes, I mean, we all do it, man. I mean, sometimes I look at, like I said, like Instagram photos and stuff like that, people's minis and that, and I just think, is there any point in doing what I do? Like, look at that. Like, I'm never gonna be that good, but is that the point? First step on the road to failure is trying, yeah, right. Let me know if the colours are a bit dodgy, because I think that the where the palette is clean, look, it's affecting the white balance. So I'm just going to try and keep the palette just out of shot for now. How's the music volume as well today? Oh, there we go. Self-help Colossus. Well, that's the base coat basically done. Base coat basically done. Colossus, you're not normally a red coat redeemer, mate. What's up with you? Got a new Patreon last week on the music stream. Our man McPherson has picked up the baton, or is that the right phrase for it? That's not the right phrase for it, is it? Oh wow, this speed paint dries very quick. In fact, I'm going to leave that for now, as I'm going to be doing that. Kind of want it to be really, really silver, so I think I might just hit it up with this. For like, it's not normally how I'd kind of. But where this guy's like a leader, I kind of feel like he'd have a proper shiny sword. Alright, now we're in wash territory already, so that was super quick. Let's get a base coat done on that. Might be looking at a couple of hours and then this guy's done. Although, how many times have I said that in the past and then transpires that I'm nowhere near finished. So it's just so refreshing painting an older model. You know, he's not clogged up with absolutely pointless detail. It's like the details that are in there need to be in there and they all make sense. The only issue is it's fail cast and some of them are a little bit plasticine-y, especially his face looked rough as earlier, I noticed. Now I've kind of painted over it. When the undercoat was on, like some of those fail cast impurities were just like glaring. But I think once he's painted, those will kind of disappear. But I mean, you know, fail cast is still super annoying. So Colossus, you think the stream was sounding a bit more polished and everything, right? Puck, were you there for the music stream this Friday? I think maybe a sensible thing would be to do maybe a music stream every 2 weeks, perhaps. Then that kind of also gives me a little bit of leeway to maybe work on new material or finessing something that, you know, maybe I'll put together while on the stream. Also, I was thinking about a potential some Patreon exclusive streams, if we could do those, of like actual music, just like actually making some songs. Start to finish. Yeah, like that was the main problem. Was I knew that there was something up with the sound on like the early stream rig. The rig that I had set up in this room here sounded awesome for the music. And basically, I looked at what I'd done there, and I just went down the shed and essentially copied that. And yeah, now it's, you know, the bass is much more punchy and it's equalised better, right? Because like a lot of the bass and things like that was just completely lost, and like I think that OBS itself was like, wow, that's some crazy bass. I'm going to just basically destroy that for you, because that's obviously not meant to be there, but it was meant to be there. Yeah, thanks, Dave. Any luck with the old visa, Dave? Oh, sorry, not visa, the citizenship, sorry, right? Right, see, this is where the wet palette would have been useful, which I don't have. Well, I do have, but I just don't bother to use. Because that paint's dried up a little bit. Well, I say a little bit, just completely. No communication at all. Too red. It's because I haven't added any brown in there. Teachers are on strike at the moment. Well, they were last week. I feel like I'm being a bit cheeky here because that wash isn't quite dry on his face. Mate, start a union at Marworks. There's not enough of us, mate. Our sales team is only 3 people at the moment. I mean, we've got there's loads of customer service and stuff, but in regards to this, the company's too small. Yeah, I'm being a pussy, old Dave. How's Havana High doing anyway, Dave? Have you proposed yet? Don't even go with her streams no more, eh? Why not, man? What's happened? What's she done? What's made you throw your toys out of the pram? Right, there's something that I never do, right? Which I see a lot of painters doing, which I don't quite understand, is when people like clean their brush and stuff like that on their hand, or like I've always just used the palette for like trying to get the brush point or whatever. No, it's something I'd never seen until like YouTube and then streamers and stuff. Does anyone here do that? And if so, can you explain to me what the advantages of that are? Because I want to gatekeep you and tell you why it's wrong, you see. Well, I think, chaps, that we're gonna be able to just get this guy done in one hit. He's coming along quite rapidly already. No Mitch today, Colossus? I'm really looking forward to being able to see these, like, oh shit, see this like elephant rider and everything. When they're all completed. put the eyes in now. Oh my god. Terrible. The paint today is just drying unbelievably fast on the brush and everything, like unbelievably fast. Got some googly eyes going on. Alright, that's not too bad. Not the best, but it will suffice for now. No, I might wake up in the morning and look and go, bloody hell.
You want to fuck with me? You think you know better, huh? You're a fucking choir boy compared to me! A choir boy!
Let's go, Mitch. Choir boys at least sing for the king, if they're lucky. Or unlucky, depends how you think about it. Never know what those elite deviants are going to be up to, right? Do you find that the actual Lord of the Rings models are kind of like a bit harder to paint? Because the scale is different, isn't it, to like normal 40k? Like these guys are more realistic, so their features and stuff are less prominent. Like, you know, and everyone's going on about true scale Primaris and stuff like this. It's like, well, you know, nothing's really ever been true scale at all in 40k, is it? Like, ever. Going all the way back to like the clown car, rogue trader, rhino. It's like, how are you meant to fit like 20 marines in there or whatever it was? It was something ridiculous, like 20 marines, wasn't it? It could take. I could join the BBC and be a deviant. You know, why haven't I done that before? Who do you reckon this latest BBC deviant celebrity is that's about to be outed? Anyone? What do you reckon? Who do you reckon it is? Maybe it's like one of Schofield's mates. Oh, didn't they re-release Epic? Or did I read wrong? Talking about Games Workshop news. Does that mean I can sell all my Epic that I've got in the attic for crazy prices now? I think like Epic was just in general like a better game than 40k. And you know, you had that scope as well for like the battles. Because I mean, like, really, in like actual 40k, you're like, why is the Primarch running around like fighting like a band of like 20, like, you know, 100 orcs or something, right? It's like, what's so special about these orcs that, you know, a Primarch or something like actually decided that like this rabble of 100 orcs is worth my time? I suppose you could just kind of like say, you know, those small scale skirmish battles that 40k is like, maybe like you could say, well, you know, this is just a part of a bigger battle or something, but just, you know, that kind of stuff never really made sense to me. Whereas Epic, you're like, yeah, that does make sense. But then again, what makes sense in the realm of 40k? Like zero things make sense. We got anyone on the tubes still watching? Oh, it's Epic 30k, right? So there's no Xenos or anything, right? Yeah, again, just more Space Marines, more, you know, how can, you know, they've sat down somewhere and gone, you know, how can we just, you know, get more Space Marines out? I mean, you got all, you know, you got like the Eldar Titans and like Gargants and, you know, crazy Chaos War engines and things, right? I suppose you can get like Chaos War engines and stuff, I suppose, but like Eldar Titans always looked banging. And it competes directly with 30k, yeah, right. Agreed. So this guy's coming along pretty rapid, look. So we are, how long are we in? Hour in, and that's where we are. That's not bad going, chaps, is it? Yes, thanks, Mitch. Thanks for your support. I suppose I deserved that, didn't I? I feel like this is not really the red I want. Might even go over it with contrast red, which is something I really don't normally like, the contrast reds, but I think that will actually kind of give a better contrast, for lack of a better word, when I come back to highlight it in a bit. Just use it as a heavy wash, really. Maybe up the saturation a little bit. I mean, really, he's like more than battle ready already. More than battle ready already. Yeah, the speed. Yeah, I can agree, Mitch, that these speed paints that you've donated, they are indeed pretty decent, aren't they? Yeah, this guy looks pretty swish. Got to put all that face paint and stuff on him though as well, haven't I? By using washes as well, as in, how do you mean, Rich? Like, what is slap chop killer, mate? You're gonna have to explain it. I mean, so what is it? A Zenithal, and just taking it an extra step further with wash, as opposed to just putting the, you know, well, base coat of contrast or whatever over it. I said this guy's coming along at a rapid pace. Too much water on the brush. Yeah, I mean, it's similar to like you know, the way that I do Death Guard, right? Oh my god, you prick. I feel like I really want to get some of that white face paint on this face paint. Doesn't this guy have white face paint? The guy in the Lord of the Rings one does, doesn't he? Or maybe not. He's got some weird face paint. I think I might put like a white line down the middle. Got eyeliner on, which is always nice to see. It's looking cool now. Needs sort of bone colour. I feel like I'm going to be putting some silver, like doing silver highlights, and then I can call this guy done, I reckon. Or maybe some of the backpacking is doing, or the banner, whatever you want to call it. Anyone out there in YouTube land? Anyone new on Twitch? That's asking the question. Shit. Dave Doggo, if you're still there, mate, was it you who was saying that you don't like this Vallejo chrome and things? I just absolutely love it. I just can't see anything wrong with it. The only thing that I can see wrong with it is the, you know, if it's a bit thin for you. But then, like I said, I mean, it's got airbrush thinner in it, isn't it? So you just let it just sit in the well for a little bit, and then it's like the perfect consistency for me, I think, personally. Now we're getting somewhere. Am I even going to be able to get in a cheeky game of Enlisted maybe later? Keep it overloading the brush today. Things like ropes are such a pain to paint. Especially when you do that, you absolute bill. We've had a very quiet stream today. If in doubt, just bang a load of wash into a recess and nobody will know the difference. Sweated. And it's hardened leather. I don't think this is not the paint I was looking for, but I can't find the rest of my army paint speed paints. Where have I put them? Maybe this one, Crusader skin, you'll probably do. This Crusader skin would make a really good flesh wash, but not for just painting it straight on. There's still little bits of undercoat that I've missed, so like poking through certain spots. And isn't it odd how I've managed to miss them all up in this banner? Yeah, and I was correct, this does make a really good flesh wash. Bit of frustration there. Calm it down, breathe it in. I think I'm just going to do the base, and I reckon he's done. Should I kind of have a look at the other ones for reference? Well, it's been a very quick and tidy stream. If I can get this guy done now. If he wasn't glued into the bloody... Oh, I spoke too soon, look. Got super glue all over the base. Now, if I just do the base, get this base done, then this guy is done, and then what's that, hour and a half work? Maybe 2 hours? That's pretty rapid. Like I said, I've got a feeling I'll use this on the base. Get that fancy Windsor Newton out of the way. I said I'll put this down by the fan, maybe have a chat with you guys for a little bit, and then when the you know, once I've put this on and the wash has gone on and I've put the dry pigments on and a little bit of tuftage grass, then yeah, we've done well today. This is just why I like painting old models so much better, because I mean, like, they're just so much more fun, and like the progress is a lot more rapid, and you know, where it's not got loads of crap, random bits of rubbish that don't need to be sculpted on there. Like, you know, you're not pussyfooting your way around the model the whole time. Like I said, you guys can keep me company in chat. You can speak to me, you know. But yeah, I'm happy with that effort for the amount, especially for the amount of time.
Get you off my mind. I can get you off my mind. Get you off my mind.
Yeah, he looks sick. So I'm just going to sit and hold him against the fan. That's super rapid progress, man. Way faster than I was expecting, actually. So I reckon I can be done by like 10:30 easy, and just close the stream down and be like, right, sweet, model done. less than an hour and a half.
Get you off my mind. I can get you off my mind.
Oh, sorry, about 2 hours, right? Yeah, I wish there was a better way to like draw, because I mean he's done. Like, I'm gonna have to put some wash on the base now, and I'm gonna have to dry that as well. So I'm tempted to just call it and go, come back to this tomorrow and get the basing done tomorrow, and then just go, you know what, like that's been a sweet stream. There's no point in you know rushing it just to do the base really. And I think, yeah, that's what I'll do. It's been a valiant effort today, look. Shit. I'm happy with that. In that hour and a half or whatever it was. He's done. Right, we don't need to go any more into that. We don't need to put anything more extra on that apart from, like I said, just getting the base done. So I'm going to retire for the night, I think. So thanks again, chaps, for coming in, whether it be YouTube, Twitch, wherever you've come from. All my affiliate links are down there. Don't spend more money than you have to on Games Workshop. Get you 10-20% off. Use my Element Games link. I get a little kickback. Everything's good. Patreon, like, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz, and yeah. Fuck it. That's it. Mitch and Colossus, if you guys fancy a quick gat on Enlisted, I'll be there in about 10 minutes or so. So thank you for that, Twitch, YouTube, brothers and sisters. I'm done. Bye-bye. I'll be back tomorrow. Laters. And let's stop YouTube, because Twitch is already finished.